Now, online fashion group Asos added 3 million customers in the past year, with annual profits jumping thanks to cost-cutting and buyers returning fewer items amid the pandemic. It now has 23.4 million customers, with more than 7 million in the UK, where it makes the bulk of profits. Details of this and more in our International Business Roundup.
Worldwide sales were up 19% and pre-tax profits 329% at 142.1 million euros, driven partly by fewer returned goods. Asos is one of the few retailers that have benefited from lockdown. The company said in August it was expecting to see growth in profits and sales, and these figures are at the higher end of the forecasts given then. It also said buying habits had changed to reflect lifestyle changes enforced by the pandemic, and its customers were buying less occasion wear and more face products and leisure wear, fewer of which were likely to be returned. Nick Bayton, chief executive of Asos, said after a record first half which saw the company make progress in addressing the performance issues of the previous financial year, the second half will always be defined by response to COVID-19. Elsewhere, China has recorded strong growth in trade, while other major economies still struggle with the impact of coronavirus. Exports in September rose 9.9%, while imports grew by 13.2%. The rush of imports cut China's usually meaty trade surplus to $37 billion from $59 billion in August. Most other large economies are expected to suffer large contractions as lockdowns and public fear cut spending. But the data suggests a rapid recovery in China from an initial reduction in overseas orders sparked by the pandemic. The world's second biggest economy saw a sharp decline in the first 3 months of 2020 amid strict lockdown measures before bouncing back in July. Finally, the European Union may impose new border taxes on up to $4 billion in U.S. goods annually as punishment for subsidies provided to Boeing, the World Trade Organization has ruled. The decision is the latest step in a long-running feud between the U.S. and the EU over state subsidies for Boeing and EU rival Airbus. Last year, the WTO cleared the U.S. to impose tariffs of $7.5 billion on EU items. But the U.S. said the EU should not move forward with tariffs of its own. Betty Kiptum, Channel 1 Business.